Hey Tiny Home fam, today is 20 out of 30 days since we got the notice to vacate our tiny home from the land. And I'm here at San Diego's Tiny Fest, California. And there's a lot happening right now because it is move-in day. And right behind me is Back Porch Homes. I just learned about their universal design and I can't wait to share with you guys about it because it really, when you think universal design, think about people that, actually, no, I'm not gonna even describe it because I'm gonna let someone else describe it. Oh, he's filming. Can I come in and do a video? Okay, we're going in. So we've got the stairs, but also could be a ramp. All right. And I'm so overwhelmed with what he shared with me, but it's good stuff. I want to share with you. And what was your name again?
Stephen.
Steven and I have been chatting in this beautiful home. We just got the lights on. Finally, yes. And you guys are out of where?
Riverside, California.
Riverside, California. I mean, all these things he just told me, but my brain's like, what? You know, he talks fast.
I have it in writing though.
He's been doing a lot of this, and he's got it in writing. Okay, so universal design. What is that?
Universal Building Code.
Oh, sorry, Universal Building Code.
Okay, so Universal Building Code.
Like, speak like my mom's on the other side.
Okay. So every city has their own stuff they add to building code, right? They say they have all these overlays, but Universal Building Code, and I don't. We used to have an old building code that's somewhere in the 70s turned into Universal Building Code. Mm-hmm. And I think the manufactured home industry is what got it to where it's at now.
Okay.
And it's essentially, if you're going to produce a manufactured home to be able to be put anywhere in the country, you need something to rely on.
Right.
So it's a little more expensive, a couple $1,000s more in production to get it up there. A lot of it has to do with R value.
Okay.
R value being like the
insulation.
Efficiency of,
if you're running a heater or an air conditioner, how long is that going to remain cold or hot based on the temperature outdoors?
Yeah, absolutely. And so like really it's probably nominal. I think it really costs us like $2,000 extra.
And that's not much. If you're talking like a $60,000, $70,000 home,
no,
it's a small part of it.
And so now we're going to find this out over the next year.
Yes.
If everybody in the tiny home industry actually upped to that level of quality.
Okay.
And there are a lot of limiting factors, right? The lofts are a problem. And so like if you have a loft, you have all these clearance issues, like a 7 foot
True.
roof.
And you've got egress windows you have to have, which are the kind of windows that allow a fire person with full gear, not just a fire person in their nice t-shirt and shorts, but a fire person in their full gear to get out.
Now, so these, right? These are 42 by 42 windows, and it ended up being the proportionate size to the front, right? Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't have allowed the egress for fire gear. So all the windows now we upgrade. It costs us about $80 more window to casements. So they open all the way out, so you have like 40 inches, I think, when they're full clear, to dive out of a window, and they're at every section in the home. So
I'll give you guys the tour.
All sides.
Okay, so go back to, let's just say now we're in the city of San Diego, Fresno, San Luis Obispo, and LA have all amended the state mandated accessory dwelling unit ordinance for the state. That means if your yard can fit a tiny home, and that comes into zoning and sizing and where you are. I was talking with some other city planners here today all about where you are in the fire zone, you name it. There's other things that go into play here. But let's just say your home didn't yet have an ADU in the backyard and you wanted to put one in Fresno, San Luis Obispo, and LA, you can put a movable tiny home in there. Yep. In this case, this is a movable tiny home, but it's built to a universal building code.
And you have to tie it down to the minimum standards, like a mobile home would be,
right? To
meet the local compliance for earthquake, hurricane, every other hold down issue associated with standard residential building code.
Right. Which, weirdly enough, in Texas, that really makes sense. California, I really don't want my home tied down. Like, I want my home flowing. Isn't that right?
Yeah, yes, but we still do have earthquakes. And so if you have a brick foundation, so my background is house flipping for the last 15 years. My business partner Todd's outside. That's what we've done for a long time.
That's where we connected, because I've flipped 2 homes and they've flipped many more than that.
So a brick foundation, a residential home, that's a liability. And during the
Right.
Landers earthquake, if you were here for the Landers earthquake, we had buildings collapse because of brick foundations. So tiny homes, right? If you have just the hitch and just the wheels, the concern is, right, that you're going to shift and the home would collapse. So like this house has 8. So Lippert built our chassis. It has 8 scissor. Not truss. I keep trying to say scissor truss. I'm talking about these scissor piers or whatever posts. Anyway,
We'll show you
jacks,
those.
level
Jacks.
scissor
Jacks. Okay.
8 scissor jacks that can support 5,000 pounds each.
Okay.
So I have 8 times 5,000 under the structure. If I put a basic 16 by 16 pier in the ground, flush with the ground in the backyard, and then I take my scissor jack and I bolt just 2 red heads with an epoxy. You have to have an actual inspector come see.
And those are not like female or male.
No.
That is a building term. Redhead.
A redhead is a company.
Okay.
And they make these bolts. They are often used to hold down framing walls.
Got it.
And if you use
Did you get that?
those bolts with a special epoxy, and you have to have a special inspector come out and see you do it,
Okay.
these scissor jacks have 2 holes in them that allow the bolt to be put through the feet and into those 16 by 16 concrete footings.
And now your house is down, but it still has the wheels,
Yes.
but it's locked down. It's not moving. You can't put the truck to the back of it and hook it up and then try to drive it away. It's
But
in the ground.
it takes them about 15 minutes to take
take
an
them
angle
out.
grinder and grind the heads of those bolts off and tow it away.
Shh, don't tell that to the city planners yet.
Well, the city planners. Oh, we lost the power.
That's okay. We'll get it back. They're fussing with things. Here, we'll step out here. We'll talk. We'll go show you those things we're talking about. Okay. Here we go. So, I see the hole. Here's what he's talking about right here
Yes.
at the base, and here is the scissor jack, and here is the. How wide is this thing?
I think this is a 2x8.
2x8.
It's an I-beam all the way
That
down.
is way bigger. And this really is when we're talking about manufactured homes. I mean, manufactured is really built in a warehouse like this. That's what manufactured is.
But these are still, it's a 8.5 wide, 100% roadworthy, 30-foot long trailer. Doesn't look anything like it's obviously a manufactured home. So they're 10 feet or 12 feet wide.
Sorry for the loud noise. Woo!
The biggest issue, right, that all of us as tiny home owners are concerned about is being able to go down the road 24 hours a day. And we don't want any limitations. Our height here is at 13.2. We really want it under 13. You want to make sure you fit within all those little boxes.
Right.
And this is this weird compromise that allows you to bolt down, but if you want to move to another location, you could. Now, you say
It'll
like,
take
you don't
a
want,
minute or two.
well, you
but,
say you don't want
know.
this. Like if you say like, oh, don't tell the city planners.
Yeah,
like,
I shouldn't say. Well, they're approving it.
Yeah, they're approving it, but they know that's the case. They just care that it's safety.
And they're permitting your home as an ADU in the backyard. So you're going through all of that. So
Yeah.
I take it back.
Oh no, I brought it up because like in case somebody is like an inspector or somebody is watching it, like for us, right, our concern is our ability to move, and for them, their concern is the safety of the location. So the combination of both, it's a win-win.
I get it.
And so I because our draftsman built his own tiny home himself, right? He knew all this stuff because he already did, and he built his with lofts.
Yeah.
And he got a permit in his own backyard in Nelson.
Wow.
So here, so
There are people that are capable of this. I mean, my brain is so full. And as those of you watching, if you've watched, up until now through the 20 days of we got a notice to vacate our tiny home.
you're saying, yeah.
So we've been tracking this whole process, and now I'm down here in San Diego, the Tiny Fest, getting a good dose of information from Stephen here. Really good. Thank you.
It's new to me too, because the last 30 days, James, our draftsman, had told me about it.
Oh wow!
And so
30 days?
It's literally like 30 days ago. We have a government relations team that's pushing tiny homes through the local organizations to get them accepted everywhere. And the reality is,
in your own company?
Yes, we have.
Okay, that's so awesome.
We're spending
you guys.
like $200,000 a year to make that happen.
Thank you.
Oh, it's
for them, right?
It's for us,
and it's for all of us too.
Because we want the quick install, right?
Yeah.
We don't actually want to have to wait 60 days, which is now the maximum, right? In California, but 60 days to get that. We want to know that right now you can go to the counter, you can get a permit to do an addition. You could draw it on a piece of 11 by 17 or 8.5 by 11 paper, and they could give you conventional stacked framing plans with electrical and plumbing, and you can go do your addition.
Right.
We should be able to do that with these.
Yes, we
And
should.
so that's
Especially
the
if it's
goal.
already been built, it's already got all the design and the spec. And
Yes.
all right, so I'm going to give you the tour.
Yeah,
Thank
do
you,
your thing.
Stephen.
Absolutely.
Remember, Back Porch Tiny Homes. We'll be doing a lot of videos. This is not going to be. So there we go. And it's ADA compliant. Nice quartz full-size dishwasher. Weirdly enough, the full-size dishwashers are actually less expensive than the drawers, like double the price. There's the washer dryer, full-size fridge. We got the electric range, and then plenty of pantry. I see so many kitchens with the open shelves and all that great stuff, and it looks good until you try to even put anything in them. And then we've got the big bathroom, right? When you maybe you could put the dishwasher there. I mean, not the dishwasher, the washer dryer. And there's the, woo! So this is just the first house. I feel like I'm back in my festival world, learning so much about permitting and what's possible. But it's awesome to meet people like Stephen at Back Porch Homes, because they're up to helping all of us. You know, it's an important thing that companies recognize that whatever they do for themselves, it helps the whole industry. You know, they can't sell everybody a tiny home. Other people may want custom, other people want to travel with it, other people may want lofts, and right now they're creating this model. So if you like this model, check it out, Back Porch Homes. All right, you guys have a great day. This is Lindsay bringing to you some amazing footage from the San Diego Tiny Fest. And check out experiencetinyhomes.org or at Experience Tiny Homes on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.